go. No, it's always a beautiful day inside.
Yep.
And I just upgraded to the newest, latest Zoom 5.0. Apparently,
Oh, is it better?
I don't see any difference. The only difference is finally I got my green screen.
Right. Exactly. Now you look crisp and clear instead of like you're in a dungeon.
Yeah, the virtual background is great, but if you're not using a green screen, it's not so great.
I've got adjustable sun now.
Yeah, there you go.
The new lights come with a remote to operate them, so you don't have to get up and muck with the switch to get the tones right.
There you go. Well, everybody, welcome. We will be starting our webinar in just a couple of minutes. It's great to have you. Make sure you get yourself a fresh cup of coffee or juice.
Yeah, water, whiskey. I mean, it is COVID. No rules. No judgment.
That's right. Wearing pants is optional, everybody. We all know this. This is a great thing about COVID.
I once again do not have socks on. I apologize. I'm trying to save laundry.
Super. Well, we got just a couple more minutes. We'll let people still come on in, and it'll be great. So what's new and exciting in Dennis's world?
Well, I spent half the day. Well, I spent almost 10 hours defrosting a great big bag of pork that I got from a restaurant, and then cooking it. So that was rather interesting. You don't consider industrial size and how long it takes to just defrost it so you can use it. It was, it was a lot of extra work that I put upon myself. I should have just left it alone and let it be. But instead I had to try to pull it apart piece by piece to speed up the process. And so, yes, I was actively engaged fighting a great big chunk of pork.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boy, is it good though. Oh.
Well, it's nice to know we're helping realtors, we're helping restaurants, we're helping a lot of people that we're helping right now. It's great.
Eric is only seeing black on both of our screens. Huh. I don't have a clue. It sounds like a Zoom issue. Maybe go out and back in, Eric, might help. Yep. There's the answer. Turn it off.
Whenever there's an issue, rebooting is always the right answer.
It's at least step one.
9 times out of 10 when people call us.
We'll see you in a minute, Mr. Eric Larson.
There you go. So welcome everybody else. Feel free to say hello. How do I get back in? I entered here about 6 hours ago.
Wow, early bird. You should have an email. Well, here, let's just give them the
link.
This is the meeting ID. So if you grab that, copy that, and paste it in your notebook before you go, then you'll have the right thing to log back in with.
There you go. Super. That'll be the great way to do it. We'll give him a minute and then we'll get started.
Yeah, we'll let you get back before we start. So everybody, we may be delayed just a minute or two as we have some technical challenges.
There you go. Yeah. You typically logging in 6 hours ago would probably be the reason.
Well, and you wouldn't remember where you logged in from, what information did you see to get here in the first place.
No, exactly. So that's great. And those that are coming in, if you want to say hello, you are more than welcome to jump into the webinar chat window and say hello and where you are coming in from. Or as we always say, if you just want to sit back and be quiet and incognito, that's okay too.
Yes, we do find most stay incognito.
A lot of people just like to come on and say, I'm just watching. Nobody knows I'm here.
Yeah, that's right.
For those of you that are joining us, my name is...
We know you're here. just so you know. We know when you're incognito.
Okay. So I'm coming in from beautiful, sunny today, White Rock, British Columbia.
Hey, you got to redo your image so that you get one without all those clouds. I think I need to do the same on a blue sky day. I'm going to get a new image. I don't know if I like it being slightly cloudy all the time.
Well, I got the rock behind. Oh, so rock behind me. Got to do opposite.
So go take a new picture on a sunny day.
I will go out today and go get a new picture of the rock. But that, you see, they got the rock is painted.
I know.
Really
It's
nice
white.
right now.
It's painted white. Fits the theme.
There you go. That's great. Well, welcome everyone. We are going to get started. It looks like Eric got himself back in. Are you able to see us this time now, Eric? Hopefully you're able to see us. We'll just make sure it doesn't have a black screen. Yep.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All right.
Fantastic.
Well, let's get going. That was a good fast reboot. Excellent. We're only a minute behind schedule, so we promised to only end 5 minutes late. We get 4 extra minutes now.
All right, everybody. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Realtybizconnect webinar. My name is Greg Peloquin in White Rock.
And I'm Dennis Wilson in Yaletown.
And today we got a great topic.
This is my favorite topic.
It is
I could go on forever. Oh, sometimes I do on this topic.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about free lead generation.
Yes. Ways that you can literally do it sitting behind your computer like everybody wants to do and slowly work your way towards a great big Rolodex. No. Okay, it's a database of new prospects.
Great. So Dennis, let's just get right into it. I'm going to share
Jump on in.
Here. I'm going to grab my PowerPoint. Boom, here we go. How to generate free real estate leads. So, who are we, Dennis?
Realtybizconnect is the one touch and done lead generation, forever follow up and convert to a client real estate CRM.
That's right. We are complete with real estate specific contents. So we include over 100 pre-written emails, text, SMS, push notifications, social media follow-up message, over 10 pre-written landing pages and sales funnels, over 15 book covers and landing page headers and LinkedIn background images, all customized with your headshots. That's what we do.
Yeah, so the difference is we provide you a system that's ready to use versus an empty CRM that you need to use your own creativity to figure out what to do with. And if you're curious why that makes people struggle, we have a 1.5 hour training on that too. I think that's coming up next week. Actually, it might be Wednesday.
It is. We're doing that on Monday. Yes, we are.
Monday, I think it's Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday or Tuesday?
I think it's Wednesday.
Or Thursday.
I don't know. I will check it quickly.
We will. Anyways, as we all know how badly COVID-19 is impacting real estate agents and business owners alike, we have some very specific COVID-19 combating offers at the end of this training to help you through it. Normally, our courses are $27 each, but if you've been on here before, you know we're waiving the fee to help real estate professionals during this difficult time.
Absolutely. And I just have confirmed that our Thursday this week is 5 secrets to why most real estate agents struggle with CRM. Yay! My second favorite topic other than free lead generation.
There you go. So, Dennis, tell us a little bit about you and why you're here on stage. This is in Barcelona on stage, one of 1,000 business owners. Yeah,
we started a direct selling software company about 25 years ago. Then that morphed 4 or 5 years ago into CRM, helping small businesses. And now we're just getting vertical after vertical that's spitting off it. Realtybizconnect is one of those verticals. We've partnered up with some real estate professionals that help us with the content and make sure we're keeping on track with our outsider's perspective to make sure it works instead of getting too internal, right? Just like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has, 7 coaches or something, and not one of them is as good a golfer as him. Well, we're kind of like your coaches through this process. We will help you think a different way and sell more homes. But yeah, through Small Business Dream and all of its appropriate verticals, I mean, I've been traveling around the world helping an awful lot of people figure that magic key to just perform at a higher level in their businesses. And it's almost always related to getting control of your data with CRM. So that's what I do. Craig, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, you know, we met almost 25 years ago now. It's half a lifetime ago. I was on a stage not quite as big as this one when we met. And we've been working together in some capacity in direct selling for the last 25 years. I started off in the entertainment industry as a magician and a corporate clown for a tiny little fast food restaurant with golden arches. You might have heard of them. And I decided I wanted to, get involved in home business and working with small businesses. LinkedIn turned out to be a really great asset for me about 7 years ago when I first got my first LinkedIn account and figured out some really neat ways to generate free leads on LinkedIn. We will talk a little bit about that. We have a specific training on how to generate leads using LinkedIn. We just had that one on Thursday, but it'll come up again in a couple of weeks if you missed it. That's what I do.
I was just searching the schedule and I don't have it. But anyways, you will get a notification of when it is coming up.
There you go.
So of course, the interesting thing about real estate agents and data and CRM is the ones that are making more than the others are usually using it. And in fact, that was validated with an active rain study where real estate agents earning over 100,000 a year invested 6 times as much in technology, twice as many use CRM, and they're aggressive in using social media when compared to agents earning less than $35,000 a year. So if that's what everyone who's doing the job does, if you're not making that $100,000 a year, it could be the missing link for you. So we're going to share with you how to use your CRM to generate all kinds of free leads, whichever CRM you're using. Because of course, Craig, what's the best CRM?
The one that you're actually using.
That's right. It doesn't do any good to pay $40, $60, $200 a month and not touch it. That's no good. Get a new one that you actually want to use.
Yeah, and
so
a free one that you don't use
highly
isn't
recommend
any
you
good
take.
either.
What's that?
A free one that you don't use isn't any good.
Yeah, it's no better than a paid one you don't use. So
But
I do
it's better if
recommend you
not
take a
costing you.
screenshot. Yeah, I do recommend you take a screenshot of this and get that URL. Go take a look at this study. It is fantastic. You will learn an awful lot about yourself in an interesting way through all of the data that's on this. It's the best infographic I've probably ever seen related to real estate.
There we go. So to maximize your efforts with free lead generation, we got to assume you're using a real estate CRM. Okay, you need to have something.
Yeah, and notebooks and stuff can work, but they're just a lot more work. Excel spreadsheets can work, but they're a lot of work. So if you're going to get serious about lead generation online with LinkedIn and some of the techniques we're going to teach you, you're going to need something that keeps you on track without wasting your whole day trying to figure out who to call next, who to email next. So just keep in mind, we're going to teach you how to flood yourself full of low-level leads that convert to high-level leads over time, as well as prospect for high-level leads. So having something is really, really critical to keep yourself from going crazy, basically.
Right. And Dennis, what just for those that are new, they may not know what CRM stands for. And what is a CRM?
It's kind of a misunderstood word. It's actually customer relationship marketing, and you can see Salesforce.com and some, Sugar and some really, really big companies that do this. But quite frankly, it's getting a bit misused because I wouldn't actually call what real estate agents need a CRM. It's more of a sales and marketing automation tool that they need. So CRM is what it's called. We call it also a real estate CRM because people tend to recognize what the word means, but it's not technically a CRM. I mean, you look at Salesforce.com, out of the box for $1,500, it doesn't even let you send an automated email series. So we're more about the sales automation and making your life easier and allowing you to have the system follow up with someone for 15 years until they buy a house. So it's a bit of a misunderstood word. No, I shouldn't say that. It's a misused word. The understanding of it is perfect, but it's misused.
There you go. Thank you. All right. So let's talk about walk and talk. One of the neatest ways to be able to go out there, and it's a little bit different right now during COVID, but
yeah, bump and talk maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know, something like that.
Little elbow.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So when you can in the normal world be out walking about and standing in line at Starbucks and all that kind of stuff, of course, what you're taught in real estate school is you want to sort of engage with everyone you can. What the real estate school doesn't appear to teach you is that every single person you talk to that you agree to follow up the next day, or even if you don't agree to follow up the next day, if you collect their data, which you should be, even if they're not a prospect, right? Just because you had the conversation and they said, no, I'm not looking to buy or sell right now, doesn't mean write them off. It means, oh, really? Hey, no problem. You know what? I got some handy tools. You mind if I get your name and number? And I'll shoot you an email, right? Get communication going with every single person because they might know someone who is. So it's really, really, really critical that you don't just disappear on everyone who isn't ready to buy or sell right now. You need a simple data collection model that'll get them directly into your CRM. And we're going to share a hack with you a little bit later, I believe. If not, I'm going to share a hack with you anyways. That'll allow you to manipulate your CRM to do things more efficiently. You're going to need multi-channel pre-written mixture of automated touch points, giving away valuable, appropriate guides and information. So if they're not looking to buy or sell, maybe they're a renter and they're looking to get out or move. Maybe they need a guide on moving. Maybe they just don't have anything. So you have a friendly follow up with them. Automated seasonal best wishes are a great way to follow up with people, right?
Yeah.
Not intrusive, not selling. Follow up must stay engaging for 15 years or until they convert. So your goal is to take a person who isn't interested at all, but kind of liked you as a person, knows that you're a real estate agent, and now you just slowly start keeping in touch with them for referrals and or when the timing comes for them to be ready.
There you go. And we say 15 years, there's kind of a uh, questioning whether it's, the 7 to 13
7 years.
years seems to be the buying cycle. So why don't we
Yeah.
err on the side of caution? Follow up forever, everyone.
Yeah, so if you wanted to do this yourself, you absolutely can. It's just a matter of writing a series of emails. You're going to want probably about 36 different touch points that get cycled through. Otherwise, it starts to really feel automated, right? If they're getting the same email every month, they're not your friend. They need to be getting something different. So if you went and outsourced the copywriting of all of that, you're probably looking about $75 an email. If you were to go to the Philippines or somewhere that you might have to touch up the English just a touch, you probably get it for about $75 each. So you might, if you were to outsource this, you're probably looking around $2,700. The nice part is you need to write the first email. So it is doable yourself if you commit to the process. And especially during COVID, where everyone has extra time on their hands. Well, maybe not when you're homeschooling and you're this, anyways. Supposedly, when you have extra time on your hands, writing an email or two a week would literally get you here faster than you're going to deliver them. So it is totally doable by yourself. Outsourcing 2,700. If you were to try to outsource in North America, you're probably looking about 3 times that number, somewhere around $300 an email I found for good copywriters in North America.
There you go. And we just talked about that. So,
Yes,
but don't be a real estate professional. Be
number one key.
human. This is so, so important. Don't write in real estate. One of the advantages of using a third party like us that aren't real estate agents is that we don't speak real estate.
That's right. And you'll find the same thing with a copywriter. You're going to tell them what to do. You're going to give them direction. You're going to use all your real estate lingo, and it's going to come back something that actually works for the regular person. The more lingo you use, the more you get into this garbage about, oh, I'm a real estate broker, not a real estate agent, oh gosh, I know it works for you and it makes you feel all good because congratulations, you're a broker, not an agent. Yay. All your customer cares about is, can you sell my home? Can you do it quickly? Can you do it for the best price? And can you take all of the stress of the experience off of me? Anything other than those 4 points that you're talking about in your follow-up, you're probably losing the customer. They don't care that you're a realtor trademark. They don't care that you're an agent versus a broker. They don't care. Sorry, they don't care. And the more you try to make them care, what happens is you become successful and you actually make them care. And now they can't engage with you until they investigate to see if it's all true. So you don't want to be putting objections in their hands. Whether you call yourself a realtor and you got the pin or whatever, great. So say you're a realtor. You don't need to explain that, right? Don't explain broker. Don't explain, and don't use all of the real estate jargon. Get the jargon out until you're dealing with real estate investors who know your jargon. Stop the jargon. Write in human, pure and simple.
Thank you,
Stop
Jen.
it, stop it, stop it.
So important, though, it is. So one of the best ways to be able to follow up with somebody long term is to give them something of value, something that
Yes.
is not selling you, but
Mhm.
is the home maintenance reminders we found is one of the best tools. There's a minimum of 24 touch points in it. And it's just giving them good information that comes out once or twice a month. Now it's time to clean your gutters. Now it's time to, look at your carpets and get them shampooed and check your furnace and just home maintenance reminder tips.
Yeah, so this is sort of the ultimate way for anyone who owns a home to get them engaged with you. You'll have about 100% success rate in getting them to give you information when you offer up home maintenance reminders. One of the first one that goes out, and at first I thought it was a little, I don't know, I thought I was just being cheeky or joking a little bit when I put it in. And it's a great video that teaches you how to test if the auto reverse on your electric garage door opener is working. And I swear, man, it's about a 1.5-minute video, and the guy comes out, doesn't really say much. There's a log underneath, at the bottom where his garage door is going to hit it, and he pushes the button, and the door comes down, 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 and it gently touches on the log, and the door goes back up, and the door goes back up, and the door goes back up, and the door goes back up. and the video ends. So I thought I was being a little bit cheeky. And then I started getting response emails, right? And response emails like, I didn't know that my garage door could do that. I mean, so this little cheeky video ended up being something that actually created engagement with people going, wow, is that ever cool? So understand that if you're going to be writing these yourself, don't think so hard, right? I mean, it's okay to be a little bit goofy. It's okay to be a little bit cheeky. It's okay to be a little bit fun. Just make sure you're giving good value. I honestly have got more responses to that silly garage door opening one than the real important ones that are in there. So, you just get out of the box, get out of your box. I give you permission to get out of your real estate box.
And just start with a couple of ones. Remember, if you're going to do this on your own, to do this for free, you can do it. You can write it. Go and search on the internet for different things about the house that need to be done.
Yep.
Create your own copy. Write the first email. The next one doesn't need to come out for a month.
That's right. And when you're writing your emails, go do your research. Like Craig said, grab a whole bunch of them, read them, put together your own. And then if you're worried that you plagiarized too much because you didn't rewrite enough, there's tools out there that you can drop your copy in, and it'll tell you if it sounds or feels like you plagiarized. Don't plagiarize. It doesn't take that much work to take it and convert it into your own words. So there's just some fantastic resources out there, including ours. Sign up to ours, and there you go. Slow but sure, you'd have the whole thing, right? Might take you 15 years, but you could get it. So that's really the key. And again, you could outsource this, right? You're looking at about 24 touch points, $75 each out of the Philippines, $1,800 to outsource it. So for those that don't want to do it, they just want to have it. It's absolutely doable to go and put a Filipino writer on researching and amalgamating a home maintenance reminder series. It's really not that expensive.
There you go. And there's some other ideas too, and these are really good. So to have more than just home maintenance, or maybe the ultimate guide to getting more for your home.
Yeah.
And
or 9 home buying secrets, because you might trip across a person who's not looking to buy or sell right now, but if you sell him the home buying secrets, he's still going to be appreciative of that information because it's just knowledge, right? So when he is ready, he's like, oh yeah, okay, excellent, right? So you can be sending these out, and a properly done forever follow-up is constantly going to be offering these lead magnets throughout the process. So it's just a way to make yourself the expert, right? It's all about making yourself the expert, not Remax the expert, not Century 21 the expert. You need to be the expert that represents them, right? Rather than them representing you. So this is all really, really important stuff to get your name out there, to get your face out there. So again, if you wanted to do these, you could outsource this kind of stuff. Fiverr will do it. Probably around $75 each to have have a designer out there do it. And yeah, they're going to start by telling you, oh yeah, I can do it for $10, $10, $10. And then it's going to come back over and over and over. And eventually you're going to spend between $7,500, and that's okay. Content, again, around $100 each, swipe copy. So when you have these kind of things, if you want to go viral, you need to teach the people who've downloaded them that if they know someone who wants one, that they can share it with them. So that's what swipe copy is. That's where you'd write for them the 3 emails that they can just cut and paste or swipe from you and send out directly to their contacts. And now all of a sudden you have an interesting thing. You have one guy who wasn't looking to buy or sell a house with you that thought the home buying secrets was interesting, and he had a friend that was thinking. So he sent it out to his whole list of 500 people, and all of a sudden 30 or 40 more people jumped onto your list because of the home buying secrets. And now they're in your forever follow-up and you don't even know them. And you can just imagine when you have 8 or 10 or 12 or 20, I mean, this will just continue to grow the library of these things. This is where your referrals come from. All these things that the person wasn't interested, but you've created your emails in a way to ask for help instead of try to sell them. And bada bing, bada boom, your stuff starts to get out there with your face on it, with your name on it, with your contact details on it, to a whole bunch of people you've never met. This is what we call free lead generation.
There you go.
So if you want to do it all, you look around $2,175 or around $272 each. But you can do it yourself. It's not that complicated.
And start with one.
Start with one. Once you have one, you can build another next month.
Exactly. And make them, and have some fun with it. If you're good at graphics, you can get on there and create your own. You could do this on your own. It's not that hard. I mean, that's what how we started with it. We went and had our guys source them all out and find
Canva, I think it's canva.com, is a really great tool that can help you try to structure some of this kind of stuff yourself without a whole lot of design skills. Yeah. So, I mean, get into it, right? If you do a little bit of effort in learning your way through it, there are now tools that'll make you real simple videos. There's tools that'll help you make graphics like this. So you don't have to outsource it if you have time, right? We're only giving sort of what it costs to outsource for those that are like, I don't want to do this. Yes, I want it, but I don't want to do it. Great. Well, here's about what you could get it done for. And outsourcing isn't simple. It still takes your energy and your time investment, but it's, 5 hours of your time instead of, I don't know, 150 hours of your time to do it all yourself. So very, very valid to go either way. Pay for it to be done or do it yourself.
There you go. So we're going to go over, there's a bunch of things that we're going to go into more details on. So here's a kind of a summary of the way that you can go and get free leads right now. Your friends and family, that's an obvious one. You got to let people know that you're a real estate agent.
That's right. Then they can bring your friends. Don't try to push them into buying or selling. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
Networking functions. We like to say we can't do those right now, but actually there's more networking functions going on by Zoom now than ever before. And that's a very, very fertile ground to make connections and get them into your CRM for forever follow-ups. So networking functions face-to-face, you don't need your business card scanning app so much, but absolutely unconditionally, you're getting on these Zoom webinars with sometimes 50, 100, 500 people.
Yeah, there's a great one every Tuesday at 7 o'clock for the Vancouver Business Network.
Yep.
So you go to Vancouver Business Network on Meetup. They're doing them now. They're a 2-hour interactive, get to meet people. You get to get a chance to say what you do. So
Yep.
you get to perfect your 45-second elevator pitch.
That's right.
So things that you need to know, and you get to meet other people from the comfort of your computer.
Yeah, and the neat thing about the VBN or most meetups now is they're attracting a larger audience. So if you happen to live in Chilliwack and you're like, well, I don't want to drive to Vancouver, what's interesting is all of a sudden the people that live in Chilliwack are suddenly on webinars like VBN because they can be. They don't have to drive to downtown Vancouver to get to it. So we're actually finding that as COVID goes on, any of the online networking functions are actually spreading their reach a little bit more because it's no longer necessary to have physical proximity or less than an hour drive time or whatever it may be to get to a physical event. So actually networking functions for a week or 2 or 3, okay, maybe a month had really died. And now that everyone's got themselves, turned digital, networking functions, man, you could just spend a whole bunch of time going on every networking function you could find online and picking up leads.
Absolutely. And I'm going to put a link to, if you guys are looking for that one, I'll put up a link for you there because it's a great one to go on. And so we're always trying to find different things for people to talk about.
This one's, is it 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, Greg?
7 o'clock now.
So
and they
every
just
Tuesday
topped
night at 7
16,000 members.
Yes, 7 o'clock, Tuesday nights, tomorrow night.
So there you go, tomorrow night. Sorry.
So social media is also a great place to generate free leads. You have to be careful how you do it or you'll find yourself in LinkedIn jail and or banned from Facebook. So be very careful how you use social media. With Facebook, it's better to do it on a page than your personal. Referrals, very important, very, very, very important. And actually, you'll find that almost everything we're going to teach you today in detail all links into being able to easily then get the same idea out to referrals. Community postings, yeah, not a lot of places around to go do community postings right now, but we're going to talk to you about how to do community postings properly. And email marketing. Email is not dead, folks. It is still a very necessary part of what goes on. It's just not sort of the front part anymore. It's become more the back end support part.
Exactly. So let's go into details on families and friends. So don't approach as if they're going to become a customer today. Don't be that one person at the family events when you finally get back to do it. Everybody goes, I wish it was COVID still and you were at home.
Yeah, that's right. I wish this was a virtual meeting so I could mute you. Yeah, and again, we get it. If you're new to real estate, you're eager, you just feel like it's kind of like being new to an MLM, right? You just have that rabid, crazy look in your eyes and boy, oh boy, that's just like money repellent. You don't want to be that person. Looking for help and asking for referrals is always a better way to go. Hey, I just got my real estate license, or yeah, you guys know I'm in real estate. I'm just wondering, do you know anyone in the South Burnaby area that's looking to buy or sell that you could refer to me, right? I'm looking to help some more people in that area, right? Be specific. Offer non-self-serving free real estate information in an easy-to-share format they can forward to their friends and contact. Give them swipe copy. So, don't just give them the information targeted to them. Give them the information and say, hey, I'd love your help. If you know someone who may benefit from this information, copy and paste the next 20 lines of this email and you can send it directly to them, and I'd super appreciate it. The easier you make it for people to share, the more likely they will share. If they have to think about it and write an email and think about what to say and how to say it, not going to happen. If they can take your suggestion and make 3 edits that they didn't agree with and send, much, much, much more likely to happen. So give them the swipe copy. Number one most important thing with friends and family is give them the swipe copy to help you out. Most people are highly tuned to wanting to help, as long as you weren't pushy on them. Because if you're pushy on them, they're going to think you're going to be pushy on their friends, so they're not going to be interested.
Right. And it's a lot more powerful if you use your CRM, keeps you organized, it follows up automatically. You don't have to think about it. You literally, set it and forget it.
That's right. One touch and done. Hey, where have I heard that before?
There you go. So walk and talk forever, follow up. What's important about this is when you are approaching people right now, you got to be thinking about this. This is the long-term game. This is meeting people, making friends. If they happen to be in the market right now, that's a bonus. But if not, put them into your CRM, follow up, give them some good, useful information until they are ready to buy or make a referral.
Exactly. And again, referrals, referrals, referrals. This is actually your goal. If you always think about the person you're talking to now, you're more looking for him to help you find the people who are looking, the more successful you will become, because you won't sort of offend them with your pushiness, right? You're looking to buy or sell a house in the next 3 months? No. Off you go. Don't do that. Don't be that person. That's not a professional real estate agent, right? And a real key, don't exchange contact details unless you truly plan to follow up within 24 hours. So well, first of all, make sure you always ask for contact details, and then be the person that surprises the heck out of them by actually sending them an email the next day. It's not that hard if you have a CRM. You onboard them right after that meeting's over. They'll get that email. They'll get another one in a week. They'll think you're just the most helpful person on the planet. But if you're not planning to do that, don't collect their details. Because if you do, you collect their details and you don't follow up, you just started the relationship off on a lie. You said that you'd follow up. You took their information and you didn't follow up. You're like every other person they meet who doesn't care. You've set that in stone, and that's very hard to undo. So just follow up, right? With a system, it's super easy. You don't even have to think about it. It'll be done before you leave the meeting place. So very important.
Yeah.
Now, and again, Craig?
And there's a really cool app that we have. Our button app, Dennis,
Yes.
it's a free tool to be able to literally meet somebody, put their name and their phone number and their email, and push a button, and they're entered into your system, and you send them an email follow up with your V card, and they get something instantly, and it's simple and it's easy to onboard.
Yep. Yeah, so find tools that allow this to all go really easily. And again, super critical to use your real estate CRM to keep organized and properly and automatically follow up and convert them to future clients. It might be 5 years from now. Have a system so that you don't have to think about it, or you'll never chase them. Real estate agents don't chase the people that aren't interested because they don't have time, and that makes sense. So let a machine do it for you. A very well done machine, write your stuff personal, blah, 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 but let a machine give you an assist.
Right. Networking events, as we've talked about right now, online events are what you're going to be doing. But you need to have, and this is so important, a 30-second to a 1-minute answer to what do you do? And this sounds easy.
This is not easy, but this is easy. No, this is simple, but not easy. No, this is easy, but not. You know what? This takes some work.
It does.
This takes some work. So the correct answer is not, hi, I'm a real estate agent. Are you looking to buy or sell your home today? This is not the way to go, right? Or I'm a real estate agent that serves the entire lower mainland of Vancouver. Do you know anybody? No, that's not the way to do it. You know what? I'm a real estate agent that can handle anyone across Canada because I have access to MLS. Nope. Wrong.
You need to go specific, Dennis. Go specific to go broad. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it means that you are a real estate agent that specializes in North Burnaby, of people who are looking to sell their homes, who are between the ages of 29 and 47, because that'll be adjusted to fit your age rate so that you're relatable to all of that. So you're not looking for everybody. You're looking for your specific demographic. And then, of course, when you say, if you know anybody who fits that criteria, I would love an introduction. What you did, if you know about neuralistic programming, NLP, what you actually did was you just set their brain on fire to try to help you. If you do this right and it's very specific, every extra piece of specificity that you use actually makes their brain index another deeper engage, right? I'm a real estate agent in North Burnaby. North Burnaby? Yeah, I know a guy in North Burnaby who specializes on people looking to sell their homes. You know what? I think I heard that he is looking to move. He just got promoted. Between the ages of 29 and 44. It's like 37, 38. Holy crap, I have a guy for this guy. This is what you're doing. It sounds really stupid, but this is what you're doing. So what if you started doing that on 4 meetups a day, and now people were bringing you people that fit? And guess what happens? Because you're so specific, you become the expert because you are so specific. And now some people will come to you and say, you know what? I know a guy that just about fits, but I think he's looking to buy, not sell. Do you work with buyers? Well, yes, I can do that. Yes, I'd certainly be happy to help them. So again, the more specific you go, the more people will come to you interested because you're the expert trying to convince you to take their person that doesn't fit your criteria. So it's not the way you think. You get specific, nobody's interested. They will come and fight for their guy. And this is what you want. They want them fighting to convince you to help their guy or their girl or their grandma, whatever. And that's what happens if you use your words right, because it's just the way the brain is wired. Our brains can't help it but to go down that rabbit hole if we lead them. So let them find you the perfect client. Know what it is.
And practice it. Practice it with your friend and say it. Practice it. Heck,
Out loud.
Connect with us on social media and send us your 30-second script as to what you do. We'll be happy to critique it for you.
Or better yet, a video of you saying it, because that's much harder than writing it down, right? We're more than happy to just give you some advice on getting it right. Be specific, right? And of course, make sure you add contact and personal details into your CRM on everybody. Stop the idea that if they're not ready to buy or sell in the next 3 months, that they're dead to you. They are not dead to you. They are just sleeping. And they have friends that are very much alive that you'd like to tap into.
And right now is a good time to be generating leads, because once we come out of lockdown, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening.
Pent up demand is going to overrun, and the people that are control of their data are the ones that'll win. Everyone else who's starting from scratch goes, oh, it's over, I guess I better get back to work. Ouch. You're 2 months behind the people that are engaging now and working hard to build the recovery.
People are buying and selling homes right now. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's happening. It hasn't stopped. It's just more difficult. And there's a lot of couples that are not too happy about living together anymore.
That's a 2-for-1.
They're selling a house. So get out there and start talking to people.
1 sell, 2 buys. It's got to be worth it.
So social media. This is really a great way. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Those are the top 4.
Yep.
We're going to go into details. LinkedIn is probably the most underutilized free lead generation tool for real estate agents.
It actually helps you gain Google ranking for your name. So what's interesting about LinkedIn and Google is the more connections you have and the more activity you have in your LinkedIn profile, the higher up Google you become when someone searches for your name. So we're starting to see Facebook and LinkedIn profiles showing up with local, localization and everything starting to show up higher and higher up the list. And the more active your profile is, the further up the list you go. So all of a sudden you start getting free leads just from people who found you on LinkedIn through Google. Okay, so it's really, really a lot bigger than just saying, oh, but nobody in my area uses LinkedIn. Well, the problem with that is the people who are looking to move to your area very likely do use LinkedIn. So always be careful to not keep yourself in the reality of the place you live in, and start thinking about who comes and lives in your city. If you're in a smaller outside area, who comes to live there? Usually people from the bigger cities, and the people from the bigger cities, if you're approaching them right, will need a real estate agent, and they're going to most likely check you out on LinkedIn. So it's super important, and Google helps you get there as long as you have an active profile and constant sort of, I guess, increase of connections happening so that your profile is active.
Yeah. And make sure you're tracking this thing. Your CRM will probably do it. If you have one that's specific that has a LinkedIn or social media tracking tool embedded in it, even better. I know we had a hard time finding one. That's why we developed that inside Realtybizconnect so that we could do LinkedIn lead generation. You just said you have to have an all-star profile, Dennis. So important to
Yeah.
look professional.
And the biggest key of all is you can use it to target high net worth individuals. You either target them in your area or target from the areas they tend to move to your area from. You can target doctors and dentists and CEOs and managers and general managers and IT professionals. You can actually target the people who have the money to buy
Yes.
a bigger house. Because if you're going to spend time generating leads, you might as well generate leads of people that are more likely to buy the $700,000, million, $2 million place than the ones looking for a $200,000 starter closet.
Right. This is what an all-star profile looks like. It's a professional background. It's done by a real graphic artist, not by your 12-year-old that's being homeschooled right now.
But he's a
Maybe he
genius,
could do a
Craig.
good job,
He's
or
a
she is.
genius. My kid is a genius. That's what his teachers tell him. Yeah, but he's in kindergarten. He's a kindergarten genius. He's not your
Notice
graphic artist.
on the actual image itself, it has the logo, his name. It has his Burnaby's Premier Home Selling Specialist, right? So we
Of
know
course he does buyers too, but he needs to be the specialist.
his email is there, his phone number is there, his website is there. You can find all that information on LinkedIn on the profile with a few, like 17,000 clicks of a mouse. But you need to have it right front and center.
Yeah, and more importantly, the images are of the area that he's buying and selling in. So you don't want to go and show a California mountain with the Hollywood sign in the back if you're selling homes in Chilliwack, right? If you're a specialist in farm properties in the Fraser Valley, then you don't want to have townhouses in your picture. So you need to make sure that your imagery goes with your stated speciality.
Right. And you're going to want to have both a personal and a business profile
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, and they're different sizes. So when you get one made for one, make sure you get it made properly and sized for the other. And that bottom left corner, notice, is blank. Why is that blank, Dennis?
Well, because that's where your bubble goes. That's where your face goes. Your headshot goes there.
Yeah.
So if you have stuff that's important and that headshot runs over top of it, you took a beautiful looking profile image and turned it into something that looks like it's a mistake. So it's super important to understand the parameters of each social media. And of course, the personal and the business do differ dramatically as to how big that open space needs to be and how it displays stuff. So very important to get it done properly. And if you were to sub that out, you could probably get it done for around $300 if you went to the Philippines. So that would be having all your graphics put together in something cool like this. Yeah, probably around $300, I'd say. If you got your LinkedIn and your Facebook and all four of them done together, it probably wouldn't cost double that, but that's just what it costs to go out. You can, you check it out. And part of the problem is you'll do all the $5 and $10 ones and you'll get a bunch of them back that you don't like. And at the end, you'll have spent $300 before you find the one that you do. So just know that the outsourcing is not an exact science. It's a bit of trial and error.
Can be. And so while you're getting your LinkedIn done, get your Facebook done so you've got congruency between all your different social media platforms. You want to start branding yourself as you. You are the expert. So you need a Facebook business page. And once again, the 80-20 rule applies to all your social media.
Yeah, it's never good, ever, 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 to talk about why they shouldn't try to sell their home on their own. Okay? I know that shows up in almost every follow-up series, freebie giveaway. Almost every one of them gets in. Don't get into that. Yeah. The person is talking to you because they're not thinking of doing it. Don't put the objection in their head, right? And remember too, with Facebook's, it's super critical you have the business page because they do tend to come down on you pretty hard if you do too much sort of prospecting-like stuff from your personal profile. They will actually cut you off, so be careful.
Right. And on that, what you're talking about there, Dennis, I mean, I see the commercials on TV all the time as to why you should have a realtor.
Yeah, who cares?
And we talked about that earlier when it comes to the brand and the trademark. Yeah. To me, as a non-realtor, real estate agent, as a buyer, I didn't even know realtor was a trademarked term. I just thought it was an English term for a real estate agent.
Yeah, I thought it was an abbreviation.
What I
So
thought it was.
don't attract attention to it, because I'll tell you, realtor.com or whatever and the trademark thing is fantastic, and it'll make you feel good amongst other realtors. I don't fully understand why, because everyone pretty much, I think, has to be a part of it. So, but it's an internal word. So if you say it, you say it. Just don't draw attention to it. It's totally fine to say, "Hey, I'm a realtor," but not, "Oh, I'm a realtor," and showing off your pin. And just stop drawing attention to something that's irrelevant to the client, because you're just going to confuse them. And confusion equals no every single time. So don't get your lingo on them. Just get the stuff that they need on them.
Right. And when you're going to post stuff like landing pages, so we talked about these lead magnets. That's those 8 books
Books,
that we
pamphlets,
created,
guides.
whatever you want. Make sure it's a gated landing page, meaning that you're asking for their name and their email and maybe their phone number before they can get the content. You're collecting data directly into your CRM.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really the neat part about it. When you have those sales funnels set up with the lead magnets, now every post you do has the potential to turn into someone who's on your forever follow-up, and all you did was make that post. So the bigger the group, and of course, by giving lots of non-self-serving stuff, people will invite their friends to your page, because your page has lots of interesting, helpful information on it, instead of, look at the comparables for the area of South Burnaby. Nobody cares. Sorry, only real estate agents care about that crap. Until I'm ready to buy or sell, I don't care.
Right.
So be careful about giving people information they don't care about, because they will disengage.
Right. And videos are really, really important, Dennis. We're going to go more into videos when we talk about YouTube, but post them here on Facebook as well.
I will teach you how to do a video walkthrough in a way that everyone who sells professional video walkthroughs will roll over in their business bed and cry, because I'm going to show you something so simple that anyone can do that is actually more effective than the super professionals drone flying in over the. No.
We're
Get
getting
it
there.
into the
You're ahead of
terms of
yourself,
what your
Dennis. We're coming
customer
up to
wants.
that.
What's that?
Don't give them everything yet. We're coming up to YouTube.
You bet it.
1 to 3 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays are the highest engagement times for posts.
That's right. No, it's not us. We didn't say this. We haven't made this up. This is just the data. So you are free to believe it or not. But if you want to get the highest engagement and you post between those things, you will get the highest engagement. So this is the neat thing about the internet. Personal opinions are not relevant.
No,
Data is everything. And this is the hardest part to adjust to as you get into the digital world for lead generation. You're not going to like some of the stuff we're about to tell you you need to do, I promise. And if you do it, you'll be more successful than if you don't. And it's not because we're smart. It's because the data has shown what the end user is interested in. So it's super critical.
Right. And you do need to sometimes add some paid ads and boost your posts, because what you may not realize is when you make a nice post on Facebook, only 2% of the people that you're friends with are going to see it.
1 to 2%. And that's even on a Facebook. What's even worse, on a business page. So if you have 5,000 people on your business page and you send a post, you think 5,000 people are seeing it? They're not. And that's why you need to post way more often than you're posting, because a different 1% will see it every time you post it. So people are always like, yeah, but if they go to my feed, they're going to see the same stuff over and over. Okay, so when was the last time you went to someone's feed? Oh, yeah, right. Almost never. So don't worry about it, right? If they go there and see that, they're going to go, oh, look at that. The same stuff's been posting up there. Great. It must be good stuff. He keeps posting it. So you just got to sort of get over yourself and get into the process.
Yeah. And we've already talked about this while you're doing your LinkedIn, make your Facebook profile as well. Just keep in mind, and if you're talking to a graphic designer, tell them to make sure that they make it in the perfect size for you to upload, so you don't have to do any changes.
You know what? It's actually the perfect way to vet your outsourcer. I need a LinkedIn profile for my personal page and my business page, and a Facebook profile for my personal page and my business page. Do you know how to do those with the right parameters? So all I have to do is upload it. And if they go, huh? Next.
Exactly.
Because anyone who knows how to do it will immediately say, yeah, of course, no problem. And then you have a much better chance of not sending your $10 into the ether to have nothing come back.
Yeah, and part of the process, Dennis, and we've done this in outsourcing, you got a project, pick 5 guys and send the same thing to 5 people to do it. Yeah. Yes, I know. It's going to cost you 5 times as much.
It'll cost you 5 times $50 instead of $50, but you'll get for sure a good result, and you will have found the right person to keep working with. So it's really, really the easiest way to find an outsourcer is to go send it out. I did a project where I sent it out to 10 guys. 2 didn't reply at all. They just took my money, and I could have complained, but I didn't care. It was like 20 bucks or something. 2 gave me complete excuses as to why they couldn't complete it and sort of showed me stuff that proved that they couldn't complete it. 5 actually provided stuff. 1 provided exceptional stuff. So in the end, I ended up with 5 okay versions and 1 really, really brilliant version. And the brilliant version guy has now worked for us full time for, I think now 8 years. So, it's a great way to find that person that's lower cost that you look after. Don't go cheap when you're outsourcing, but yeah, this is how you do it. Instagram, you do need an Instagram business page. Everything's about the same for Facebook, but images and videos are far bigger and more important. So you need to take a couple of online how to make good pictures with your iPhone, right? You don't need professional photographers to look after your Instagram account. In fact, that'll actually help create disengagement because it's supposed to be about you. But yeah, by all means, learn how to put your phone down on the ground to take a picture of a house instead of like everybody else, right? So there's almost no situation ever, if you're taking a picture that you want to look nice, that it starts with this. Almost never is this going to give you an engaging photo. So there's a dude on Facebook that every now and then posts stuff. In 5 minutes of watching his free video, you will instantly take pictures that are awesome. So just get a bit of education, especially if you're going to do Instagram, and start putting pictures that actually are cool instead of there's the house, there's the park, there's the dog. Don't ever do that. Most pictures actually will start like this, not like this. And they will never be at your face height or what's comfortable. They will be you crouching or laying on the ground or all kinds of weird stuff. So super important to do good pictures to get engagement on Instagram.
There you go. Now, Dennis, what you've been waiting for?
YouTube. I'm tired now, Greg.
Now, YouTube is the second largest. It actually might be the third now. I think Amazon may have eclipsed it.
Somewhere in there.
Search engine, and it's underutilized by real estate agents.
It's actually underutilized by just about everyone. However, there are a couple of important things to worry about. So this is sort of the pre-prep before you do your YouTube video. One is deciding the keywords that matter before you arrive on site to make a video. So you know that in your video, you are going to need to say the address of the location slowly and clearly, a minimum of 3 times. So once as you roll up to the place or as you get out of your car and start going through the place, once somewhere in the middle, and once as you close and leave. You're also going to need to make sure that you write a good headline and description for YouTube, and then that you actually fix the closed captioning file. So the reason you're going to say the address 3 times in the video is that Google is listening, and then they're transcribing. And almost nobody searches for 2003 Smythe Street, except someone who's looking to live on that road or in that building. So if you start off, here's how the video works. So first of all, it's not like this, okay? It's always like this. And that's because videos are shot in landscape mode. So you start with this and you get out of your car and it's a selfie, right? It's like, hey, my name is Dennis Wilson, and I am coming up to 33 Smythe Street in Yaletown, Vancouver, and I just wanted to show you this 2-bedroom and den, 1,100 square foot condo. Now, all of that just got listened to by Google, it got transcribed by Google, and all of those things are suddenly available in YouTube for indexing. Okay, and then you rock through the house and you just go through and you point stuff out, and then of course you flip the camera around so that you're actually now taking the camera that way instead of it itself, and you show the nice pool and you show the nice this and you show the features of the building, and it's just you walking around with your bobbling phone. You want to get really cool, buy one of those little stabilizers for a few $100 and your videos will instantly look better, but they won't necessarily get more engagement, right? The engagement comes from the fact that this is not a boring video. This is a human being explaining what's cool about the house, just like you would do if they were standing there beside you. And by the time you've done this video, it might be 6 minutes long. It might be 7 minutes long. It doesn't matter. Few things are happening. One, you're going to post it to YouTube. You're going to follow the rules. you're going to now have index for anyone who searches for maybe even Yaletown because it's localized and it's new and it's fresh content. You're going to have the address looked after. You're going to have name recognition, and your name will now start to bring that video up. And then, of course, as it's sold, you're going to edit to say, sorry, this one's sold. So then over time, eventually you become the massive expert because every single house that you ever listed has a YouTube video attached with a sold mark on it, which means now your channel starts to get engagement. That means you go up the rankings even higher because you have all of this content that's constantly fresh. Oh my goodness, if you're not using YouTube because you're worried you can't make a professional video, go and make a completely unprofessional video, and I guarantee you'll sell more homes than doing the nothing that you do now. So it's really, really cool, and it's so simple, and it's all doable by yourself.
There you go. Exactly. You don't need a drone.
Nope, and don't upload your video unless you have time to add your headline, keywords, and captioning file. Google sort of has YouTube. I keep saying Google. Google and YouTube are the same thing, but YouTube has about a 48-hour window where they start scraping all the assets and doing the transcriptions and starting the index process. So if you upload it saying I'll get to it later and you get to it a week later, you've actually lost most of your opportunity to get indexed. So it's a super critical professional tip here. Don't upload the video unless you have the headline and keywords and captioning file to go with it. At least the headline and keywords work on the captioning file immediately.
Right. And just to go over what you said here, Dennis, and you've already gone through it. So the key things here, you start at curbside, do the walkthrough, say the city, neighborhood, and address slowly and clearly at least 3 times. Make sure you are in landscape mode and switch back and forth between doing selfies and that.
That's right.
To
It's
get
got
it
to be you.
edited.
Yeah, you're the expert here, right? So you're making this video and it's developing you as the expert. So don't just have your video facing forward and show them stuff and talk. They need to see you. They need to see this, right? I know it sounds crazy and it sounds unprofessional, but YouTube has more people watching poorly made cat videos than anything else. So you don't have to be professional. In fact, over professionalism on YouTube creates absolute guaranteed disengagement. So
Right.
isn't that good for everybody? You can do it yourself and be perfect. You don't need the professional, super expensive stuff.
No, but it's also nice maybe to have somebody that can edit it for you and get rid of
Sure.
your ums and your ahs and do an intro and an extro and front and backs and do all the edits and just clean it all up. And you're going to spend between $250 and $1,500 a video.
Yeah, to get it
depending on the length.
And again, if you got a good guy in the Philippines or outsourcing, you might get that down to $100. And it's just because video editing takes a lot of time, right? It is a labor intensive thing to do a real serious edit. And that's why $250, you can get some bumpers put on the front and back, and any big gaps or any really big mistakes you made chopped out, and, put the video put back together with an image to cover up the change and stuff. So yeah, it's not that expensive to have done. On an outsourced basis, they'll take your raw footage and work with you on it.
There you go. Now, where everybody knows, I mean, referrals, the power of joint venturing with your family, friends, and connections. We talked earlier about giving somebody a proper email that they can just copy and paste with swipe copy. Why would they want to go and send that email out to their friends? Because you're a really nice guy? Maybe.
Well, you ask for help.
But maybe, because they want to be helpful. Possible. Maybe because you offer a $500 referral bonus with an Amazon gift card.
Yeah, it's make sure whatever the rules are in your province or state allow for it, but certainly having them become affiliates of yours, or in our case, joint venture, where you can actually have them link up to you. And if they send you a friend, you know it came from them because your emails are keyed appropriately. And you now have them out there wanting to bring you someone because every now and then they can, have a nice steak dinner on you.
Exactly. So
referrals are key.
And have the landing pages and a free gated non-self-serving resource, as we showed you, to amplify your success.
It just makes the whole referral process easier because now your friend can refer their friend because that guide they thought would be of interest to that person, rather than, hey, talk to my friend, he's a realtor. No, now you can get that guide downloaded far in advance of his friend needing a realtor. So this is the long burn. This is the, hey, just give me the data, let the system do the work. method. Obviously, you could tighten it in and only work with people buying and selling and go more specific on your approach. But for referrals, the more you can get referrals that aren't ready right now, the more that base will grow and the more it'll start to grow on its own. So the real key to leveraging enough people to have constant people ready to buy or sell is to have a bigger list. Real estate agents are notoriously bad at creating a big list because they think a list is only of the people ready to buy or sell right now. A list is every single person you've engaged with and their friends and their friends and their friends if you do it right. Got to be someone in there ready to buy or sell a house this week.
For sure. Community posting is going to be less effective, obviously, right now. But as we're starting to get out of COVID, people are going to want to be getting out, going to places. They're going to be reading those message boards. They're going to be looking for things to do and people to connect with. So here's a great way to be able to do that. But don't just post your business card or a self-serving brochure. That's not what you want to do.
Post a freebie. Post something that the people that are there are likely to be interested in, right? How to prepare for a move, whatever it may be. Make it local, optimized for what the people in that coffee place or wherever you've posted are likely to be looking for.
Yeah.
And then it's just a simple URL for them to come and download your free thing and give up the customer data of theirs to you for
And right now, be sharing things like 5 things that you can do to your home during COVID to increase its value.
Go buy some paint.
Right? You know, if you can get into a paint store and get some paint.
Go buy some white paint. Get rid of your feature wall.
Yeah, exactly. So these are things that you can be using right now as lead magnets.
Yep. Email marketing. The dinosaur in the room. I like to say elephant, except elephants still exist. The dinosaur in the room. Email marketing. It actually still works, but it works a little bit differently than it used to. So it works great once you have a great big list, right? Yeah. So the key is making sure that everything you do is helping you build that great big list, right? If you're doing SMS follow-up through your CRM, excellent, but push the lead magnets out to being an email. Push everyone to get on your email list. And the reason why is email marketing on its own does not work as well in isolation as it once did. But what it is it actually becomes the database of credibility. So what tends to happen in people's mind is they're finally ready and they've seen your face over and over and over because you've been following up properly and you've put your image at the bottom of your emails and your images in all of your marketing materials and your lead magnets. So they're completely aware of you. And then they finally are ready. And all that triggers is they're like, you know what, that one real estate agent that's been really helpful was sending me all of this stuff. What was his name again? And they'll go into their email history to try to find you. So if you've got 600 things in their email history that were all helpful, even though they weren't looking at them at the time that they came in because they weren't ready, now they go into study mode and they start reading through some of the stuff you've been sending. So without you doing a darn thing, because you've been doing it for the 3 years that they weren't interested, all of a sudden they're studying and studying and studying and learning more and more about you. And there's nobody else in their email history that's been doing the same thing. So you just become the bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger expert as time goes on in their study phase, and next thing you know what, they're calling you. So it's a real huge support to all the other things. It doesn't work in isolation. You do need to mix it up with LinkedIn messages, SMSs, Facebook messages. You need to have a jumble of a whole bunch of different ways to communicate with people in today's world to get them to the finish line, including picking up the phone every now and leaving a message. Is it because they listened to the message? No, it's because they saw that you called and you left a message. I know it sounds weird, but if someone takes the time to call me and leave a message, I'm sitting there looking at it, not answering, because I almost never answer my phone. And then I listen to the message. And if I don't listen to the message, I have imprinted on the fact that they called. And that is still a plus for you. It's never a negative that the real estate agent called, right? Yeah. It's a plus because it's cares about me, thinking about me, great. No time to call them back. Ignore them. Yes, your customers are going to, your potential customers are going to ignore you because they're your potential customers. They don't care about you enough yet, but they're learning to. Okay, so this is part of the program. People are going to not respond to stuff. People are not going to answer your phone call because they're cold leads. Doesn't mean you don't do it. It means you do it because then you're different than all the other people who did nothing. Okay, right. So email marketing is huge, but don't be too professional in your copy. Nope. Stop it with the gobbledygook. Be human. Tell them what they need to know. Tell them things that they will respond to.
Yeah, the thing, it's so funny. We talk about this where we actually will make a spelling mistake or a punctuation mistake on purpose. And you perfectionists in the room are going, no,
Yeah, that's right. Everyone wants fully HTML formatted, lots of image. Don't do that because that's not how the world works. That's how people that are spamming people work. So yeah, I mean, spelling mistakes are hilarious. Punctuation, I don't quite go there, Craig, because most people wouldn't realize there's a punctuation mistake. So a spelling error, more people will notice it,
You
right?
use
When you
more
say,
exclamation points than anybody that I know, Dennis.
I know, and capital letters everywhere, and commas. I love my commas.
Yes.
Apostrophes, I randomly use them in the wrong places too. Um, but yeah, don't be too professional in your copy. Be human, right? Send an automated email that says, "Hey, I was just running out the door and I thought of you," and boom, you give them some little freebie that's misspelled. Because of course, if you were just running out the door, you might make a spelling error. And if you don't know how to screw up spelling, ask Siri. She is amazing at making the funniest misspellings of 2 or 3 words chained together
Yeah.
ever. So you can use that as your excuse. And people will nowadays, we actually get people that reply back to us and said, "Oh, it looks like your email got converted by Siri. What were you trying to say?" Holy cow, I got an engagement, right? Everyone else, "Oh my God, I just lost the lead." Meanwhile, I got engagement. Somebody responded to me, "Oh man, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, man. I was just on my way out the door." It's just that easy, folks.
Yeah. That it is.
80
So,
20, 80 20, 80 20. Well, 90 10. Okay, 97
yeah.
3. Um,
Yeah. Just give
not
good value,
self-serving.
everybody. That's all you got to do. Good
Not
value. If I,
self-serving, not self-serving,
yeah,
not self-serving, right? They don't care that you're a realtor. They care that you can sell their home for the best price in the shortest period of time and take away all of their stress and do it perfectly legally. That's
there you
it.
go. So everything that you do should be focusing on building your email list.
All roads lead to collecting an email when possible.
Yeah. Because
This is
ultimately,
what will make the phone ring forever into the future when they're ready.
yes, it will. So what do we do here at Realty Biz Connect then, Dennis?
Well, Craig, we are the one touch and done lead generation, forever follow up, and convert to a client real estate CRM. Okay, real estate sales and marketing automation tool.
There
Sorry,
you go.
I had to get my
So
dig in.
a lot of things that we share with you today, we've gone through the pain of creating them all and have it already done. So we have all those digital assets that we've shared with you. They're available.
Yeah.
What we're going to teach you right now, though, this is really important. We talk about making sure that you've got the right background photos and you got an all-star profile, and that starts with having proper poses and headshots.
Yes.
Now, these
And
are
they're
the
not
top
the
4
ones you think.
converting digital marketing poses, Dennis.
Correct. And they're not the ones you think, and this isn't one of them,
No.
although it's a good picture.
So these are really important, and these have been tested over millions of dollars of advertising. So this is not just our opinion. Once again, we have no opinions.
That's
We
right.
only
We
care
have
about
data.
data
Yeah.
and results.
Data.
So
Here
the
we go.
number one pose we're going to share with you. But before we do, Dennis, what's
Here's the
really important
rules.
about this?
Well, okay, so don't use a photo that's 10 years ago or 40 pounds ago. The problem you have is if you create a different persona on your social media than you actually are as a human, when you've done all this great work to finally get them to sit down for a cup of coffee, they're going to walk in and not be able to find you. And then when they find you, they're going to say, "Oh my gosh, you look nothing like in your photo." And you're going to say something cute or something super cool if you're a guy or a girl, thinking that that makes it better. Meanwhile, their brain's just going short circuit, short circuit, short circuit. Oh my God, this person completely lied about the way they look. And here we are. How do I get out? So you've actually started the relationship off on a lie. You just took your chances of engaging with that person down to almost zero. So like getting your shots done every 6 months or so. If you cut your hair, get your hair done, right? I'm a guy, and my wife thinks it is hilarious how I can't recognize an actor or actress from one movie to another. And I'm like, but she had long hair. Now she has short hair. And she's like, "Yeah, but she has the same face." Yeah, but she had long hair. Okay. There's a lot of people that are facially challenged like me. So be careful, right? If you had a beard and you shade it off, get your headshots done again, get your power poses done again. It's super, super, super critical that you don't lie to them at your first meeting. And that's it. I
Exactly.
know we didn't get your good side, but guess what? I talk out of this side of my face. I know this because I've been doing Zoom videos for a long time. I hate it. It feels stupid. I try to change it. And then my wife said to me one day, "Why are you stressing about it? You realize that's the way you look to everybody all the time." And I'm like, so it's okay to just be you. It's
Yep.
okay to in fact, it's more effective to just be you.
So these are recent headshots, Dennis. This was
They are.
actually a more casual one, but this
Yes.
is the pose. This is the number 3 converting pose
This
because
is the number 3 converting pose.
not
Exactly.
number 1. Number 1
No.
is a man and a woman.
Yeah. If you're a man and a woman team doing this pose, it is the highest converting shot in the digital world.
Right.
Second is woman and woman.
There it is.
Third, man and man. So
There you
if
go.
you're a man and man group like Craig and I, tough luck, you're in position 3, but it is still a it's still
Yeah.
number 3 of the top. It's not like something else becomes more important. It's still the number 1 pose to be doing. And it also works on your own, as you can see.
Right. So your hands are on top. They're not tucked under.
Tucked under your armpits.
Right. So you're not doing that. Fingers are closer together. They're going to be a little bit open, but they're not splayed. Right. And it's that kind of the hump position. You're kind of just so.
Yeah, don't do this. No, that's not what it is. We're not jumping off a cruise ship into the ocean.
You want to go both sides, both angles. You want to go side this way, side
and
this
notice
way.
You're a bit tilted back. You're rotated forward, so your feet are pointing one way. Your torso's twisted a little bit. That's what creates the magic of the photo. You're sort of leaning back into each other. Even with Sarah there, if she would have leaned back a little bit more, it would have been a little bit better. So that it's just sort of getting that posture that becomes sort of cool with this photo.
There you go. And this one is the giver. Okay?
Yes.
Notice the hands are out like you're holding one of those big blue yoga balls.
Yep.
And you're handing it to somebody, or a big globe. You're giving.
Or
this
a
is
big
your hands are not this
stack
way.
of money.
This is the beggar. You're not the beggar. Hands are not this way.
Oh, that would be receiving a big stack of money.
There you go. And then there's the thinker.
The thinker. This is the do your own self facial one, because you can sort of pinch the wrinkles out and get it all looking
You're not
comfortable.
covering your hand. You're not doing this. And
That's right. Yeah.
you're not covering your chin.
No.
You're underneath. And then your bottom hand is cupping your elbow.
And if you look from the side, you don't want to be what you think is natural. You want to actually sort of put your neck out a little bit.
You're going to ET your neck.
And a tiny bit down. So so it feels extremely unnatural, but that's what makes the pose work better. If you're feeling natural, you're probably not taking as good a picture than if you're just pushing your face forward a little bit. And that's part of the key.
There you go. And then the one that really, really, really is kind of fun and a little cheeky, but it works.
Maybe for Facebook. Definitely, I wouldn't use this for LinkedIn. And this is really great for your lead magnets. So you can print out the covers that we give you and make it appear like a book and hold it like that. And all of a sudden, this kind of thing can really work. So it's a super casual thing. Be careful where you use it. Remember, we're talking about internet. So we're talking about a stream of data. So the data will quickly tell you if the public likes your particular version of this or not. And if they don't, get rid of it. Go back to one of the other poses, right? You never just do it because it's there. You're constantly testing and watching what people are responding to through your CRM.
And if you don't want to do your own profile, we'll do it for you. Don't worry. We've got the people. We've got the team.
Yep.
We know what sizes they need to be.
Well, we have great staff that do that for sure.
That's correct. And we'll do both your Facebook and your LinkedIn.
And your business and your personal.
Yeah.
We give you all of the guides, the written content inside them that's all keyed to you, the covers that actually have your picture on them. We drop the pictures on the covers and we adjust the colors of the actual imagery in order to match what you're wearing so we don't have a clash. So it always looks like a good fit. It's never just a paste on top. So we take that extra little bit of time to do the right things for you so that your stuff is very professional.
There you go. And we also have this really cool open house module, which is great for a virtual open house as well right now. Really helps you to be able to get your leads, connect with them.
Yeah, so I mean, it helps in the onboarding, right? So you've now got the ability for them to scan a QR code, be taken to a page to give you their information to come into the open house. It's a little survey that you can control the questions of. It asks them if they have a realtor, if they don't have a realtor, when are they looking to buy or sell? You know, it just deals with some of that stuff, and they do it all on their own. And you can have that QR code spread throughout the property, so that even if they came with a real estate agent that they've learned to not like very much, they do have the ability to engage with you after the fact. So it's all done super respectful. It's all there. for your people to get the best help. And of course, then it would automatically start following up with them. It would send them the details on that property. All of those kinds of things become a part of your open house module. So it's a full survey that they can do on your tablet as they walk in, or they can start it from a QR code. In COVID-friendly world, everyone's starting to talk about contactless, and it all starts with a QR code. Before COVID, we had to constantly try to educate what QR codes are. Now they're everywhere because everyone's going contactless. So this is your contactless method of onboarding people to your open houses.
There you go. And we've already built the home maintenance reminders. Everything
Yes, you can watch the video.
Of course, customized with all your details.
Right. And we actually will help you out with your private tour videos. So we will professionally edit one private tour video per month. We will add the intro and ending custom graphics for you. We will edit the YouTube captions and add all of that stuff to YouTube for you. So we'll write the descriptions appropriately. We'll edit the captions for you. And we will post them up there after we've edited out your very, very lightly your ums and ahs. We will teach you a way that when you screw up, how to recover so that it's extremely easy for us in editing. And if you follow our rules, we will literally pump you out one of these a month to make sure that you have everything you need.
We will do that. We're also going to create some feature listing pages for you. It's so important to have a proper feature listing page with a QR code.
Yeah, so let's share with you what you don't want to do next.
Don't do this.
Don't do this. So this was at on Canby Street, right by the Canadian Tire, the Save On Foods, the Wendy's, the Whole Foods, the liquor store, like the mecca of people walking on the road. And this was on the opposite side of the road as to where the open house was, and it was pointing across the road to where there's probably 1,000 condominiums within eyesight. Nobody's going to get down and read this. Nobody did. I sat and watched it because I was really curious. The other problem with this one was Remax has this really cool website that the Remax agents get. So I assumed that I could go and learn a bit about the house on my own. So I typed that in and I got this completely generic site that really didn't tell me anything. So I went, well, okay, I guess not. So be careful that the information you have is stuff that can people easily access. No one's going to get down and kneel down to read the mice type of that thing. So find a way to let them have easier access to it. And that would be to be putting a QR code, less information. And the QR code then takes to the page where they're going to see your video walkthrough. They're going to see a link to Google Maps that'll automatically walk them to your doorstep. They're going to see the prices. They're going to see all of the things that they need to see right from their personal device without leaning down. And they can decide at that point in time to go find you or not. This, okay, cool. But I just think it's too much work. I didn't see a single person looking at it and then running off trying to find it. I just watched everyone completely ignore it. So easy to do right, such minor changes. But again, for some reason, realty school doesn't really teach us these things. So here we are to help you do things a better way.
Right, because we have the one touch and done lead generation, forever follow up, convert to a client real estate CRM. Right. If you were just to buy our CRM on a monthly basis, it's $150 a month.
Well, again, you can find CRMs out there anywhere from $20 a month to $300 a month. So it's a matter of finding the one that fits you. But yeah, we have one right here that comes with all the other stuff, including all the lead generation strategies, the walk and talk follow-up we talked about, the free LinkedIn generation, home tips reminders, joint venture and referrals, professional networking sales funnel. We have them all there ready to go. You're welcome to edit them if you want to, but they're already set up to use out of the box.
There they are. We also help make sure that you've got support on the tools, private Facebook support and success group.
Yeah, so this is where everybody helps everybody, including our experts, including our real estate experts, including our CRM experts, including our Word experts, including each other. Every one of our clients is in this group. So this is a great way to just get help in the general concept of your real estate business and CRMs. Then we go one step further and we actually have the monthly Realtybizconnect maximization webinars where we specifically focus on your questions and answers. And we literally get into this system, show you what to do, give you advice in real time live in front of everyone else so everyone can learn at the same time. But this is where we don't get too much into real estate theory or stuff that real estate experts are into, but this is where we just literally help you maximize how many houses you're selling every year from the cool data you're getting. And we bring in lots of guest real estate trainers.
We do. You also get access to this really cool app.
Yeah, so the app is just a way to really get in front of people. So if you get someone to download the app, you're doing it because then they can easily JV with you. So the JV button allows them to joint venture with you. So if they share the app with their friends and their friends actually come to you and buy or sell a house with you, you would know who did it and who to send your $500 or a pat on the back or a hat or t-shirt or whatever it may be. And then the other cool part is if you get them to download the app and get the home tips through the app versus email, they'll get the emails as well as a push notification with each reminder. And as they as they open the push notification, they're going to see your face, and then they're going to see your information, and then they're going to see the contents of the push notification. So every push notification that goes out helping them with home maintenance gives the time for them to see your face, your information, and it's not 4 seconds, 5 seconds a screen. It's just that ever so lightly imprint on their brain without frustrating them. Branding image. It's the ultimate tool to keep you top of mind and in their eyeballs.
There you go. So if you added everything up, if you went to go and outsource it yourself, as we talked about, it's over $10,000 in upfront value in all the things that we create for you. If you did that, you know, in like the Philippines, almost $30,000. You did that in the U.S. or Canada.
Yeah, yeah. And then from there, the monthly, you're looking around $1,200 in monthly value. And again, that would be with, you know, doing stuff on the cheap, right? We're not about spending lots of money. We're about making sure people can do the things a bit of a time. So
Yeah.
of course, the value in digital assets alone over $10,000. Our regular price is $14.99 setup and $8.99 a month. But we do actually have special webinar pricing of $998 setup and $499 a month for the first year.
But we got some bonuses right now. We talked about at the beginning, and because you're here with us still, you get access to the bonuses. Number one bonus is 100 scan credits. Even if those scraps of paper are in a shoebox, you take a picture from the app of the business card or the name and the number, and we'll load it into your CRM, and we'll do 100 of those for you.
That's right. And we absolutely promise that our transcription will be equal and awesome as your handwriting. So with the scraps of paper, if you're giving us business cards, we promise that it'll be correct. If you're giving us scraps of paper, we promise it will be 100% correct to what we can read. So keep that in mind.
We'll also import your existing CRM data or other digital source. If you've got one sitting there, you're not using, not happy with, you want to switch to ours, we'll import that and make sure.
Yeah, so we'll help with the heavy lifting, the stuff that's hard and you might not know how to do. We'll help poke around and get your data and where everything's at in your CRM into ours in the setup phase.
The other thing we're going to help you do, if you want to get started on LinkedIn and using our system, we'll give you 500 LinkedIn prospecting credits, meaning we will reach out to at least reach out and follow it 500 times in our system for you. That'll
building your reputation.
Yeah. That'll really help you get you going.
Bonus number 4, we'll actually do a free review of your existing drip campaigns up to 25. Now, why can we afford to do up to 25? Because we're most likely going to tell you to throw 10 of them straight into the garbage, and we'll only have 15 of them to rework a little bit to make them work. This is a $250 value. This is getting professional copywriters to go through, professional sales and marketing automation people to go through and help you get your stuff tuned and tweaked to do better.
Right. But we understand there's stuff going on right now, and now as we start easing up on the lockdown and the restrictions out there, it's going to be great. You get the bonuses right away. That's $725 worth of bonuses, but we do break up that $998 into 2 payments of $499. Payment now, and then $499 when all your digital assets are completed. That can take about up to 30 days.
Yeah, and we've also waived the monthly fees until 30 days after any COVID lockdown has ended. So you're not paying the $499 a month. You're just using the system, building your leads absolutely for free until 30 days after the lockdown has ended. We know that it can be a little while to spin your business back up before you actually starting to get paid for the new sales. So we're just making it a little bit easier for you to get the use of the tool and maximize it while you have the time to maximize it. And the fees will start after you're actually in process of bringing in new sales.
Yeah. Now, if you're looking for just the basics, you want to get access to the CRM and you want to get out there and start building on your social media, especially LinkedIn, you will get a copy of my book on how to prospect on LinkedIn, digital copy of that. And the basic is just $49 a month, and you can upgrade it anytime, and you can start getting and building your leads and connections during lockdown to ensure that you are ready when we come out and recovery is ready to go.
Absolutely.
So there you go, everybody. There's how to get a hold of us. There's the to follow up $9.98 setup for the whole thing, $4.99 a month for the first year, but that doesn't start for 30 days until 30 days after lockdown. You get all the bonuses right away. Just the basics, no setup fee, $49 a month. Upgrade at any time, and we'll apply anything that you paid towards the upgrade.
That's
So
right.
there's no reason for you to say no. I want to get started.
You're slowly paying the $499 initial assets. And once you get to $499, we'll actually create the assets for you as well. So any questions, you can get us at contact@realtybizconnect.com. You can call us or text us at 604-900-2384. Or you can just run on over to the buy now link at realtybizconnect.com/buy and get started for as low as $49.
And to get your accreditation, make sure you have opted into our emails. You would have got an opt-in. We cannot email you unless you opt in.
That's right. We can't send you your accreditation unless you give us permission to send you our accreditation. Funny how that works with the CASL laws in Canada. So please go look for the Realty Biz Connect. Go search your email for Realty Biz Connect and find the email that said, click this link to opt in. And then we can be certain sometime later today when we send out the accreditation that you will get yours.
There you go. Well, we certainly appreciate you taking some time with us today, everyone, on your Monday. Hope you got some good stuff. Get out there, create some leads. Get out there and do something. Get started. Build your business.
Action supersedes everything. Now is not the time to bury your head in the sand. Now is the time to carve out a few hours to absolutely set up your future in real estate. I'm Dennis Wilson in Yaletown.
I'm Craig Peloquin of White Rock. Have yourselves a great day.
Bye for now.